Hey, Linda, thanks so much for taking the time to email me with a question. Linda is asking, how can I get SAG background work to become SAG eligible? Now, on the surface, this sounds like a simple question. Well, you're supposed to act in 3 SAG productions for 3 days. You do 3 days in a SAG production as a background actor, and suddenly you instantly become eligible to join. But there's a catch, and that catch is that many productions don't actually give out vouchers, even though they are SAG productions. So how do you find the productions that will give out these SAG vouchers without spending years of your life just constantly submitting and going in and working on these films as background roles? So that's what we're going to talk about today. What are some shortcuts or ways to get these SAG vouchers without having to just randomly hope and pray that they'll give you one? Well, the first thing that I'm going to tell you is that you need to make sure that you're actually ready to join SAG, okay? Now, it depends on what your goals are, but generally speaking, once you join SAG, it becomes very difficult to start booking, to continue booking work. Why? Because whenever you're auditioning, you're now competing against all of the SAG actors, which are high-level, really, really talented actors usually who've been in the industry for a long time. Okay? Because when you join SAG, you're no longer allowed to work in non-union projects. So just keep that in mind. I generally recommend that you only join SAG when you're able to answer yes to at least 3 of the following 4 questions. Number 1, do you have at least 3 to 4 lead or supporting screen credits on your resume? It's fine if they're like non-union, independent projects or whatever, but as long as you have lead or supporting and they're for like actual projects, then that would be a yes. Number 2, do you have a professional demo reel with at least 2 or 3 high budget scenes in it? Okay, so if like all of your productions don't look very professional, or they look like low quality and they're blurry or not good lighting and stuff, then the answer to that would be no. But you can, to shortcut that process, you can shoot footage for your demo reel. There's companies like ours, which is actorscreenershoot.com. There's lots of different companies out there that can actually shoot footage for your reel. So you should make sure that you have at least 2, but more ideally 3 professional scenes on your reel. So the third question to ask is, do you feel very confident in your auditioning ability? If you get nervous, or if you have trouble when you go to auditions, or you're not auditioning consistently, then that would be a no. But if you feel like, absolutely, I'm totally good with it, fine. The fourth question is, do you have a relationship with at least 2 or 3 casting directors? Meaning, if you emailed them, they would probably write you back because they know who you are, okay? So again, you should be able to answer at least 3 of those questions with a yes. Now, assuming that you are ready to join, first thing, as I said, it's hard to find SAG background work that actually gives out vouchers. For anybody who's watching this, most SAG vouchers will run out fast on productions. And since you need to get one, they have to give the SAG vouchers to actual SAG members first. And if a production has a ton of background actors, they're all going to be used up before they can give you one, and then they won't be able to give you one. So here's 4 tips that you can use to find productions that have a higher shot of giving you a SAG voucher. All right. First one, look for smaller productions with fewer expected background actors. Okay. These are often low budget SAG short or feature films. And they, so SAG short budget, low budget SAG short and feature films. I just lost my place in my notes here. Anyway, note that ultra low budget, like really, like ones that get special SAG waivers and different things, they actually can't give out vouchers, but SAG low budget can. Now, you might want to just do a little bit more research to make sure that whatever productions you're submitting for are actually able to give these vouchers out. If you don't, you never know. You might be just submitting for a whole bunch of projects that never even had one to give in the first place. Okay, now number 2 is special skills. Okay, if you have special or unique skill sets that can get you, like let's say you can juggle or something, or let's say you have a very unique costume, like you have an authentic police officer outfit for New York City and you're based in New York, right? These are special skill sets that can get you in the door more easily for background roles. These types of actors are typically going to get a voucher first, the ones with the unique skill sets or unique costumes, before actors who are just showing up for generic background work. All right. Now, you should absolutely have photos of yourself that demonstrate those special skills and costumes on your profiles online. Like if you have a profile on Central Casting, let's say, that does background work, make sure to upload photos that show you juggling or show you playing the piano or show you wearing that cop outfit. If you don't have the pictures there, chances are the casting director is not going to go and spend all the time to read those special skills down at the bottom. So just be sure that you have actual photos showing you doing those skills or wearing those costumes. All right, number 3, the third thing that you can do is small towns more than 4 hours away. They will typically have productions that have a harder time finding background actors. So small towns that are more than 4 hours away from a major city, okay? So let's say that you're based in New York. If you drive like 4 hours north or something and you're in a random place that doesn't have much going on, but if you find those types of productions and they're SAG low budget, they will oftentimes be much more willing to give a voucher to get background actors to travel or show up on their sets. Okay. Finally, number 4 is performing in commercials. So SAG commercials, you can definitely get background work and even speaking roles much more easily in commercials than in legit or narrative productions like TV shows and movies. So definitely take those into consideration as a potential faster way to get those vouchers you need. All right. The final note that I have for you is that you really need to make sure that you're asking for the voucher. Productions won't give you one. I mean, they might, but they're much more likely to give you one if you actually ask for it. But you need to do it nicely because they don't have to give you one. Okay, so you want to be very friendly and ask for it politely, and just basically let them know that part of what you're doing this for is to collect those 3 vouchers and that it would be extremely appreciated if they're able to give you one. And chances are that they will. They want to help you out, as long as you're cool about it, they're probably going to give you one if they have one to give. Now, I'm attaching just a couple links below for you so that you can dive deeper into a few of these things. The first one that I'm attaching is Commercial Acting, the Ultimate Guide. It's an in-depth guide that I put together that shows you how to find and get commercial acting work. It also talks about how to get a commercial agent. I think that that'll be really, really helpful for you. If you get a commercial agent, which is it's not super easy, but it's definitely easier than a legit agent, and you don't need to be a member of the union to get a commercial or legit agent anyway. So if you can get a commercial agent and they start submitting you for those types of productions, you might get a speaking role on a SAG commercial and not even need to get the 3 waivers or the 3 vouchers to join SAG. You'll be eligible right away. Another one is background work, the next link, and that link specifically goes into depth on how to find background work, not just SAG background work, but other background work as well. There's lots of different tips. I just think that you'll find that helpful and useful in your quest to get more SAG background roles. Finally, the last link I'm including is just the process of becoming SAG eligible. It's an in-depth article that I wrote that really just lays out the process and makes it super simple to understand. Okay, So I hope that this all helps. Make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell, and you'll get updated as I upload more videos in the future. And I really appreciate you taking the time to email me with a question. Have a great rest of your day.